Back for another one and another one, peeps. All right, peeps. This is try to turn this down just a little bit. Mic check. Anyways, peeps, let me move this over just a little bit. There we go. There we go. You have to excuse the layout. I just got done, kind of just moving, playing games. Catch me on Twitch, GamingAubs. But anyways, peeps, so now listen, this is a monumental thing that's happened in my lifetime. The Supreme Court, and I think this is the first time that's happening in my lifetime, have actually reversed a Supreme Court decision. Normally when a Supreme Court would look at an issue, they will rule over it, right? So Roe versus Wade, you go look that up. That was taught in school a little bit, not too much, but it was taught a little bit in school. But I just want to get a reaction. I just want to kind of see what's going on because this is a this is a big deal, peeps. This was something that Supreme Court ruled in favor of at one point, and here we are, 2022, and they have overturned their ruling. So this is the first time I think that, and as far as I know, in my lifetime, that the Supreme Court has actually took a ruling that they made and overturned it. So this is basically going against their forefathers, the people before them. So I'm shocked as heck because usually with the Supreme Court, once a decision is made, they usually keep that decision. But and apparently they have started a damn war out in the streets. So let's get into this, peeps.
Today's decision does not mean abortion is illegal everywhere, but it does hand over power to state lawmakers.
Yeah, in the wake of that ruling, many people came together for an emergency protest in Fayetteville tonight. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams is live there to show us what happened there. Rachel?
I'm here in Fayetteville Square, and tonight emotions were high as hundreds of people gathered here tonight to protest the Supreme Court ruling of Roe versus Wade. Now, even local and state politicians like Evelyn Rios Stafford and Chris Jones were here to support.
When abortion clinics are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back!
People from Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley gathered in Fayetteville to speak out about Friday's decision. I caught up with one protester.
I am 73.
Judy Sartwell is no stranger to protesting for human rights. When she was in college, abortions weren't legal and people often had unsafe abortions.
And I don't want to go back to that time where people die because they want to have an abortion. We finally fought so that we could have safe abortions.
Judy was a labor and delivery nurse for 30 years. Part of the reason she chose that field was because of the unfair treatment women faced.
I wanted to treat women with dignity. I felt everybody, no matter what their concern, what their level was in life, they should all be treated the same. They should all be given dignity.
She chose to protest today because she saw what it was like before Roe versus Wade, and she doesn't want to go back.
Don't let them take away your rights. Don't. Just fight for what you believe in. Be passionate about what you believe in, because there's too many people with too much power out there that want to stomp you into the ground.
Now, protesters say the fight is not over. Now, they're going to put all their frustrations into action and get more people to vote in local elections. Live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Rachel Williams, 5 News.
Okay, I think I've seen enough. Let's see. I want to look at something because I'm kind of confused now. Okay, let's take a look at the news here because I'm curious if I can actually read it because this is from the Democrat. So, okay. So they implemented a 2019 law that bans abortions in Arkansas except to save the life of a mother in a medical emergency. Okay. So it doesn't include, let's see, doesn't include exception for rape or incest. Okay. They had a trigger law that states if Roe and related court case called Planned Parenthood versus Casey were ever overturned, abortions would become illegal except in instances to save a pregnant person's life. Okay. Advice, I mean, with knowledge that determination by any means reason like this law, an act is not an abortion if the act is performed with the purpose to save the life or health of the unborn child, remove a dead unborn child caused by spontaneous abortion. Okay. Abortion is a classified felony with a fine not exceeding $1,000. Let's see, 10 years of jail. Okay. So basically, we got the trigger law in effect. So here's the thing: I can't speak on this because I'm not a woman. Based upon what I'm looking at, it's abortions are illegal, except in the case of the child dies inside the womb. There's a issue where the child may not live, which I guess that would be another reason. And then if the mother, if having birth would actually, and there has to be, and I guess it's the act of giving birth in order to say either the mother or the child, you're going to say the mother, which makes sense. Now, here's my thing. I don't too much understand the whole purpose of getting an abortion if you get pregnant. Cause there's Plan B, and then there's also other things that you can account for. I just find it kind of odd that there's a lot of people, especially women, upset about this law per se. Like, what's the purpose of doing an abortion if it's not to save the child's life? You feel what I'm saying? Like, someone has to comment and let me know about that. I don't, based upon this law, it's not saying that abortion period is banned. It's not like you, but again, it's a medical emergency. So I'm not entirely for sure why the uproar. I mean, if you don't want to have a child, then why would you go through the process of going through and I get it takes 6 weeks before you know that you're actually pregnant, or somewhere around 6 weeks. But even still, I mean, it almost comes down to accountability. Like, if you know that you're fertile, and you'll know if you're fertile or not. I mean, most people know you're fertile or not. But again, it's just accountability and responsibility. So I don't understand why the uproar. I don't get it too much. I mean, they're not, like I said, y'all gotta let me know. Let me know in the comments. I don't get it. I don't get it, Pete. Because the act is just basically to save the mother in the case of a medical emergency, and then an abortion is going to be performed. What I don't understand is why the uproar, because if you're 6 months pregnant, you decide you don't want it, you're saying that you want to just abort the baby by giving an abortion. Now, I do see here that, and here's the other thing, if you've been raped, see, this goes back to accountability. If you've been raped, okay, the moment you know you're raped, number one, you should be reporting to the police, and they will get you the necessary things in place to take a Plan B. If you don't have the money for it, I'm pretty sure the police, once you file a report, they'll work with you on trying to get something done to where you don't get pregnant. But again, now if you're being held behind a hostage, there's probably some situations where, well, there's adoption. But again, that's the extreme. I don't want to go into that. Let me know what y'all think. I'd be interested to see what y'all's comments is. I don't really have much commentary on it. It's just interesting. I just wanted to report on the fact that the Supreme Court actually turned something that they actually ruled for, and now they're against. I just think that's interesting, which makes me think that this is not going to be the last time that it happens. I think there's going to be other laws in the Constitution that they're going to override, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, and I am gone.